We're calling on the U.S. Department of Justice to intervene and to stand up for the civil rights of Patrick Lyoya.
Reverend Al Sharpton continuing calls for justice in Patrick Lyoya's death, delivering a powerful eulogy today at his funeral.
We were there today for that service, and we have reaction tonight from community members. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brian Sterling.
And I'm Susan Shaw. Thank you for joining us tonight. Our team coverage continues right now with Target 8 investigator Susan Samples, who was there for the memorial service. Susan?
Since the day their son was shot and killed after a struggle during a traffic stop, Peter and Dorcas Lyoya have begged to see their son. Shortly before the closed casket funeral today, their wishes were finally honored, and they were able to spend several minutes saying goodbye. The Lyoya family's first glimpse of their firstborn son since the fatal shooting, a first and last. They've shared their private pain from the beginning, and at their son's funeral, the community shared its support.
Can you all shout with me, Mom? Dad? Baba? We love you!
It was a celebration of Patrick Lyoya's life. The 26-year-old Congolese refugee described as warm and loving, a jokester who would do anything for family and friends. But at this young man's homegoing, a call to action.
All lives do not matter. Black lives matter too. Black lives.
Is this Michigan 2022 or Mississippi 1952?
The Reverend Al Sharpton, with Grand Rapids mayor and city manager sitting nearby, demanded police release the name of the officer who shot and killed Lyoya after a traffic stop over an improper license plate.
Talking about we won't release the name until he is charged. Every time a young black man or woman is arrested in this town, you put their name all over the news.
For 2 hours, the 1,000 or so attendees listened to pastors, politicians, advocates, friends of Patrick Lyoya. In the end, this day is about a family that came to America for a better life, only to have the life of their eldest son cut short by a police officer's bullet. The Reverend Al Sharpton also used this opportunity to push for an end to qualified immunity for police. He told the crowd to only support candidates in this midterm election who pledge to end that police protection. Live in Grand Rapids, Susan Samples, back to you.
All right, Susan, thank you for that live report. After today's funeral, Reverend Al Sharpton held a news conference calling for a federal investigation into the death of Lyoya.
Target 8 investigator Ken Colker continues our coverage tonight.
Now, the Reverend Al Sharpton says he asked the Civil Rights Division of the Department of Justice today to investigate this case. He says the Biden administration is aware of the death of Patrick Lyoya.
We will not leave this to local prosecutors.
Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker has said that he is waiting for state police to complete the investigation before deciding on whether to file charges.
We do not have to wait until the local prosecutors make their decision. We had a federal and state prosecution in George Floyd and got convictions in both. So the local prosecutor can think that it's all going to end with him. No, it's going to all begin at the same time. We are not going to see this covered up by local authorities.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who represented the Floyd family, says authorities in Grand Rapids have a chance to make a difference.
We believe that the whole world is watching Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the leadership gets to write how this story will end. Will it be one where we achieve equal justice for Patrick Lyoya and others, or will it be remembered? And Reverend Al profoundly made the comparison, Michigan 2022 or Mississippi 1952. How will this tragedy be remembered? I pray that they will take advantage of the opportunity to say, Grand Rapids, we're better than what we saw in that video. Execution to the back of the head.
We reached Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker by phone this afternoon. He denied any cover-up and said that he does not know when the state police investigation will wrap up. Live in Grand Rapids, Ken Kolker, News 8.
Ken, thank you. After today's funeral service, Patrick Lyoya's family said their final goodbyes to their son.
News 8's Byron Tollefson was there with the family this afternoon, and he joins us live in studio. Byron?
The family has been grieving ever since they lost Patrick on April 4th. But as you can imagine, today was especially difficult as they went to a gravesite to lay their son to rest. Those leading Patrick's graveside service said the true injustice will come out and the life of Patrick will not go in vain. A lot of other people came out today to pay their respects to Patrick and his family, including their attorney, Ben Crump, Kent County Commissioner Robert S. Womack, and Breonna Taylor's brother. Many were wearing sweatshirts with Patrick's face on the front and the words "Justice for Patrick Lyoya" on the back. Others brought flags of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Patrick's home country, while others held signs reading, "It is our right to live." Here is what those attending the service had to say about this emotional day.
I've been protesting for days straight, not sleeping because of this incident, and I just want to see peace. I want to see justice for this man. He was tragically killed.
To look at it from our point of view, what if that was your child? You know, what if that was your child shot in the back of the head? How do you expect him to feel?
We have heard a lot about justice for Patrick. I asked both men what that means to them, and they say it starts with charging the officer who shot and killed Patrick.
Byron, thank you. Members of the Congolese community were also at today's funeral, sharing their tradition and culture in honoring Lyoya. News 8's Emily Leonard is here with more on the sights and sounds of the ceremony.
Sue, a Congolese flag was draped over Patrick's casket today, a reminder that his family fled the violence-ravaged country to find a better life here in the U.S. A friend of Patrick's wrote and performed this song at today's ceremony. At times, people were standing up and swaying to the music. There were also calls for justice from the Congolese community.
Patrick's blood damu ya Patrick will cry. Italalamika. Will keep crying. Italalamika. Until mpaka true justice is done for him. Justice ya kweli inafanyikana.
One of the speakers today said they found solace in God using this tragedy to make the Congolese community visible and giving them the opportunity to display their value to the world. Sue?
Emily, thank you. We will have continuing coverage of today's funeral for Patrick Lyoya tonight at 10 and 11. You can also find the video of the entire funeral service, including Reverend Al Sharpton's eulogy, on our website, woodtv.com.